Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Opinion. Well, you know, I have my opinion, you have your opinion. We all have our opinions, and that opinion just might be an unpopular opinion. Ooh, I'm fumbling, I'm rumbling, I'm bumbling, I'm stumbling over my words, but that's okay today. I'm gonna slow it down and we're gonna talk about it. Because of course I'm back again most often these past week. All I've been doing is talking about college football. Hold on, let me get my mic. Let me make sure my sound. Anyway, while I do that, while I tap in, while I lock in, let us just begin. We're gonna get right to it. We're gonna talk about it. Get right to it. And you know who we talking about first? You know who we talking about first, right? I can't let them go. Let me make sure, man. Let me go to my do my sound check. Yes, check, check, check. Oh yeah, we on. We up. We all the way up. We talking about these goddamn stinking lame Miami Hurricanes. Man, let's just go to it, man. So I ain't even gonna be put in the corner. I'm just gonna talk about it. Right here. This was a disappointing showing. This right here was a disappointing showing because this is showing you that the Miami Hurricanes are beatable. They have been exposed. Exposed. Yes. I feel like they are a favorite to win it all, but I do not feel as confident about them as I once did because they were my team to win it all. You know what I mean? I was like, hey, the Hurricanes, they're going to run the table, or at least I hope they would. But the thing about it is this they rely too heavily on Cam Ward, they rely too heavily on the offense, and they do not have a good enough defense to make those key stops when it matters most. This game, excuse me, this game, 23-28, it really wasn't that close. It got close, but it really wasn't that close. And the thing about it is, these Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets just beat them all up and down with one word. The key word is rush. Rush. The pass rush from the defense and the rush from the running game on offense. That was it. That was the story of today. That was it. That was the story of today. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Let me go back. This is all we need to see right here, y'all. This is all we need to see. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's look at it for a moment. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Here we go. Overview. We see it was 10 points for the Hurricanes, only 6 points in the third quarter. Well, 10 points in the first quarter, 6 points in the third quarter, 7 points in the fourth quarter. And the Yellow Jackets, all they had to do was just keep it on the ground, pound, 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 run, 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 get the job done. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Like that little Chappelle show skit. You remember when it if you know, you know. If you don't, you might need to go find out about it. But anyway, all they had to do was just consistently do it. And the thing about it was they kept the Miami offense off the field. Because if you running the ball, you eating up clock. You running the ball, you're consistently productive. You put together these long drives. To open the game, they bust one for I don't know how long it was, man, but it was crazy, man. I mean, and then that guy ended up getting out. And another thing about this game, man, the dang Georgia Tech guys was getting hurt left and right. They was dropping like flies. They was falling here, there, hither, and thither, and everywhere. Yeah. So here we go. Let's look at the scoring drive. Georgia Tech, Jamal Hayes, 16-yard run for a touchdown. But before that, it was like a 60 or 70-yard run from that same cat. But he ended up getting sidelined for whatever reason. They came down. Elijah Arroyo, 74-yard pass from Cam Ward. That was a touchdown for Miami. And it was like boom, boom, quick hitters. So the way it started was not the way it finished. The way it started was not the way it ended. Because I thought it was about to be a shootout. Like bang, bang, brr, brr, blooka, 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 boom, boom. I thought it was just finna be a back and forth type of game. Or Miami was gonna just get out there, do what they do, catch fire, and take off, you know. But here we go. 10 points with a field goal. That's all Miami got in the first quarter. Second quarter, Georgia Tech. They got a touchdown. 5-yard pass from Haynes. Now, keep in mind, I'm saying pass, but I want to show you all something in just a minute. Because we almost through with the scoring drive. Oh, I'm skipping ahead. 15-yard pass to put them up 21-10. Then Miami finally was able to do an 8-yard pass, and they failed on a 2-point conversion to get them 16 points. All right. Fourth quarter, Haynes King 5-yard run. Xavier Restrepo 38-yard pass from Cam Ward, and it's like the thing that really frustrated me about this game was Miami act like they just had all the time in the world. They just played it too cool for school. It's like it was like they were just so overly confident and overly just so nonchalant, but they really was just overcompensating for that sorry defense because we gonna call it what we gonna call it. That was a sorry showing by that defense because there's no way that Miami should have lost this game. No way at all. Because look at these yards. 436 to 370. Miami had more total yards, right? Passing yards. 348 passing yards to 99 passing yards for Georgia Tech. They passed for under 100 yards in this game and still beat the number 14, the favorite with, with a Heisman front runner or Heisman, a Heisman front runner, a playoff contender, a team that has completed 3 comeback victories, one of like 25, I think another from 11 and another from like 10 or something like that. It's just some craziness. Like they were showing and proving like they was dominant. But the thing about it is they didn't have a defense that could stop the run, nor did they have an offense that could consistently run the ball successfully. 88 rushing yards. All it is a pass happy type of offense. Beat them guys up front, beat them in the trenches, put some pressure on the quarterback. You can come out with a win. Georgia Tech just showed you the recipe. Cam Ward, another thing, he was holding that ball entirely too long. Entirely too long. Let's look at the first down. They had more first down. Georgia Tech was killing them on third down. Miami went for 4 fourth down attempts, only converted 1. And they really didn't even have to do all 4 of them attempts because they could have took points. Because the one thing about this game, they had opportunities to put points on the board that could have made the difference in the game. That could have greatly, tremendously impacted. It was 2 possessions when they could have put points on the board just by taking a field goal and living the fight another day. at the end of the first half as well as in the second half. Total plays are pretty matched up. Georgia Tech punted the ball more than they did, But of course, Miami went over on downs more than they did. Miami had fumbles lost, uh, time possession 25 minutes. That's enough to do what you need to do with it. To Georgia Tech's 34 minutes and 49 seconds. Come on now, man. Let's look at this. This is story right here. 25 or 39, 348 yards, 3 TDs. Oh, someone will be like, oh, that's a good game for the quarterback. Yeah, that's enough to win. But you know what? We got a guy with 81 yards, rushing 15 carries. We got a guy with 4 carries, 12 yards. We didn't have any receiver over 100 yards. But on another day, this would have been enough to win. But you know what? These guys, this guy only had 32 passing yards. Haynes King. Aaron Philo. He need to get an NIL deal with Philo. 67 yards. But look at the rushing. Haynes King, the quarterback, almost ran for 100 yards. Jamal Haynes, he went out early in the game. He got 3 carries for 83 yards, but he went out early in the game. Almost had 100 on him. And just, you see the rest. You see the rest. But that's the tail of it right there. Let's go down here. And the defense did enough. The defense did what they needed to do. 6 tackles, 4 tackles. You know what I'm saying? 3 tackles, 2 tackles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody chipped in, man. Everybody chipped in. Everybody chipped in. But the story of the game is that rushing game. Let me jump back into it. If he ain't got one, Georgia Tech, I hope y'all tune in and listen to you, boy. You need to go holler at Philo, or Philo need to come holler at you, get that NIL deal working out, man. See what's popping. I mean, once again, this was just unacceptable because now Miami have put themselves in a tough situation. They done made this whole playoff scenario much more challenging than it should be because now there are 3 teams in the ACC with 1 loss. Miami is currently second in the ACC, and Miami, they have to play. I think they got to play like 2 more ACC games. They should win them, but the thing about it is SMU is undefeated, and we know that with this new playoff format, the conference champion automatically gets a bid. So their best hope is to get to the conference championship. But now they got to do a lot more to get to the conference championship. Let me just make sure I'm talking what I'm talking about correctly. I just need to see the rest of their schedule. So the Miami Hurricanes remaining games include Syracuse and Wake Forest, which are both ACC teams. SMU, I think they only have one more opponent to play that's in the ACC. Clemson, who's third, they only have one more opponent. So Miami, you really hurt yourself more severely, more drastically than you realize. And Cam, man, you good, man. But I'm just gonna put it out there. This is just my opinion. You be a little, I rock with you because we got the same last name. But you just be a little too cool for school, man. It was several moments where you sitting here looking around, standing around, running around, dancing around. When you could have went and got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yards, man. You running back, trying to find some. Them jokers had you locked, had your number today. They was locking them down in the secondary, one letting them breathe. suffocating coverage, took Restrepo out of the rhythm, kept y'all off the field, beat y'all boys in the face, neck, head, body, everything in them trenches, man. Come on now, Miami. You got to do better. I rock with you. Even though you see what my team is, this is what it is, and it's always what it is. But I rock with Miami because, in no particular order, my high school is Southern High School, orange and green. That's our thing. My brother put me on to Miami back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Coming up as a youngster. I like Florida State, but I like Miami, like straight up. I like the fact that Miami has the legacy of always putting something together through errors. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they just had this moment when, oh, they had the glory days one time. No, you had that Jimmy Johnson era with Michael Irvin and those guys, Warren Sapp. You know what I'm saying? Ed Reed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got different eras of Miami football, and then Miami folk, from my understanding, it's not like it's just this big, large powerhouse of a school. Not like some of these other programs, but they always find a way to get the best talent, get a good group, get some great talent, and get them guys to work together. Then you had your Willis McGahee and your Sean Taylors and your Tanner Man. You know what I'm saying? You had those guys and arrows, man. The Miami team be some of my favorite college football team. And I was looking for that to be in full effect in return this season. But y'all done dropped one. But you gotta recover. I feel like y'all can, but you better get that defense right because they will track. That line gotta get better. And it's too late in the season to be even talking about this. Y'all Jordan got too relaxed, too nonchalant. That line gotta get better. Defense and offense. That running game gotta contribute more. That secondary on that defense got to do better. Y'all got to get to them. Y'all got to get after it. Y'all better not ever get beaten in trenches like that ever again for the rest of this season. And we're gonna get to these jokers in a moment, even though they didn't play this week. But I got something to say about these guys. Next up, what happened next? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna see me on this one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I need to get myself out the way. Let me stop and go again. Hold on. Let me stop. Let me stop and go again. These jokers here. These jokers right here. Put me up in the corner right here. These guys right here. Georgia Bulldogs. I thought y'all was the big dogs, man. I thought y'all were the big dogs. I thought y'all were the roo. But you're looking like you the arf, arf, arf. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Old men sent y'all home. Let me stop. 28-10. These jokers rushed the field before the game was over with, man. It was still 16 seconds left. They were trying to get like one or two more reps in, and three, four rushed the field. They had to get out the field. So they didn't rush the field twice in total. Bet that bull jump and bit you, then finally caught up with you. You are who you are, man. You ain't good. You just not good. Unpopular opinion, but I think that is a popular opinion, and it might be the consistency. Because this joker here consistently has too many doggone stinking turnovers. He good for 3 turnovers a game. A game. And Kirby Smart, you are not Nick Saban. You are Kirby Smart. You all these jokers. Kiffin, he ain't Nick. Sarkeesian, he ain't Nick. Ain't but one Nick. That's it. Ain't but one. These other guys, y'all, I'm glad you good students, you learn something, you can apply to the best of your ability, but you are who you are. And that's cool. Be you. But I've said this time and time again, runs don't last as long as we would like for them to. And before you know it, a run can be done. It could be over before it started. Good, man. 2018, now Ole Miss is 8-2, and they pretty much are two fourth downs away from the two losses that they have to be an undefeated team. But these are the breaks. This is why they get out and play the game. And the thing about it, once again, when you have the conference champion getting that automatic bid, that's important. So now it's got to be some things to happen to keep Georgia in it. They number two, but they're gonna fall a little bit. But now Ole Miss, they should definitely be in that 11-12 area. I feel like, but they may not even get a chance to even compete for anything. But we still got quite a few more things to happen because we got this LSU Bama game going on. Both of those guys are two lost teams, but Ole Miss lost to LSU on the fourth down stop or fail or whatever. But we're gonna see what happens. That's why we play. But Ole Miss, shout out to you. Biggest win in program history. But you mean to tell me, Georgia, all you can give them, the best you can do with 10 funky points? Y'all looking like these guys today. Like just an inept, incompetent, inefficient offensive showing. Shout out to the Ole Miss defense. Y'all did y'all job. I mean, y'all had everything going. And then the offense, you got guys that broke up, limping, rolled ankle, fighting through it, but competing, and they did their thing, man. Whoo, whoo, it was a lot of good football today. I don't even want to get into all that. Let's get into an overview, scoring summary. Look at that. Georgia had one touchdown in the first quarter, a field goal in the third quarter. This is what I want to look at. Kick y'all, beat the dog Dookie, beat the dog shit out of y'all. More total yards, more rushing yards, more passing yards, more yards per play. Great day. They did their thing, man. I don't even. I ain't even. Woo woo. The only thing y'all got them on was third down efficiency. Same amount of plays. Y'all had more punts than them. Had more penalties than them. Lost two fumbles and threw an interception. Come on, man. Y'all even had the ball longer, but you know what? That didn't matter. Because them old Miss Rebels rebelled on y'all ass today. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Was the dogs gonna win in Oxford? No, sir. No, ma'am. Not today. But man, you know what? It's wide open, man. This whole thing, it is wide open, y'all. It is wide open. And that's why I'm upset with these guys. Because with what's going on and the whole the the way this thing has developed and unfolded and evolved, it's it's anybody's opportunity. But you know what? They ain't even got a shot to be a part of none of it. They ain't be in the mix. The best they can do, they ain't got much nothing left to do for this year. Maybe try to play spoiler when Iron Bowl roll around, but I hope you do. I'm hoping you do. And make sure them other guys don't make it either. But LSU and Bama, we're gonna talk about that a little later on. So stay tuned. But the last game for this current segment, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about these Colorado Buffaloes. We got to talk about the Colorado Buffaloes. Colorado, Colorado, however you want to call it. We got to talk about these guys here, man, because they have been like, wow. Shout out to you. Shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to Shador. Shout out to Shiloh. Shout out to Travis Hunter. Shout out to the whole squad, offense, defense, special team, Monta. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Buff Nation. Hey, hey, I'm down with y'all. I rock with y'all, man. I will go running. I got them. Just know I got them. I got two pair of primes, not one pair, but two pair. I got the pair that came out back in the day when I was a little kid, and he was in the league, and I was rocking them things, doing the, both on them, both on them. I don't know if you know about the other one. I was doing both on them. I was doing both on them. I was doing both on them. I, anyway, anyway, but he is doing a great job, a phenomenal job recruiting the talent, developing the talent, and making sure you got the right group of guys around to make it gel, make it mesh, make it flourish, make it thrive, make it not, ooh, wow, just a lot going on. And I'm not just talking about the players. I'm talking about the coaches. I'm talking about the recruiters. I'm talking about the trainers. I'm talking about the front office. I'm talking about the athletic program as a whole, the fan base. Shout out to y'all, man. I mean, y'all just showed up. Cause check it out. They was up on. They was down 13-0. You know what I'm saying? These Red Raiders, they came to play. And the Red Raiders, they didn't have some comeback, bounce back victory, so they ain't no just slouch cover, no contender. Let's see who Colorado got left to play. They got Kansas, Utah, and Oklahoma State. They got Oklahoma State at home, Utah at home, and Kansas on the road. That Kansas is gonna be a tough one. I'm hoping, I'm wishing, I'm thoughtful, I'm prayerful that they can go ahead and close this out. Sweep these last three games, run the table, and only finish with two losses. But realistically, they may get one more loss. Just being real about it. I feel like they should take care of business at home, but on the road that might be, and it's just the way this game goes. You just never know what might happen. But I'm hoping that they can only finish with two losses. And then they may have a chance to potentially be in the playoff. Who knows? Because it's wide open, just as I said. But let's talk about it for a moment, man, because 41-27, that was a good showing. And the way it ended was just awesome, man. I mean, it was just poetic justice, man. It got crazy in this game. It was chippy. You had penalties that was just getting throws like they were just calling, throwing flag, like they were just, I got a flag, you got a flag. I'm throwing my flag for whatever, man. For whatever reason they felt like throwing a flag, it was crazy. I felt like they should have had an unsportsmanlike or something. I don't know what's in the rule book or how they can do it, how they can enforce it. But they was like they had fans, fans throwing water bottles on the court, on the field. You know, they got these goddamn tortilla, flour, corn, whatever it was, throwing the tortillas on the field and everything, man. Throwing water bottles on the field at the Buffalo sideline, man. They had this thing out, man. Man, it got crazy, man. But you know what? The Buffaloes on the road and they won. All right. It was all Texas Tech in the first quarter. It was all Colorado in the second quarter. It was mostly Colorado in the third. Tech got them a touchdown in the third. And then it was mainly Colorado to close it out. And to close out the game, that defense, that edge, because defense gonna win you the game. Defense gonna win championships, man. I don't care what y'all say, man. All this offense, pass, happy stuff, man. Whatever, man. The defense gets stops. Big plays, big stops. Get takeaways. You know what I'm saying? Make them make a mistake and get them out the field so your offense can do what they do, man. Because that basically what Georgia Tech just did earlier against Miami. And their offense got out there and kept yeah. Anyway, at the end of the game, y'all, shallow 6 yard fumble return for a TD. And he hit it. He hit that Dion dance. He hit that Dion dance. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hit that Dion dance. Hit that Dion dance. Must be the money. That joke shallow. He saw what happened. He was aware. He was alert. He was attentive, and he was active. That ball came out. He was spinning around on that field. Scooped it up, scoop and score. Everybody else standing around like, oh no, what's going on? Is it an incomplete pass? Yeah, it was an incomplete pass. No, it wasn't. It was a fumble. And he go in, hit that thing, high step through that end zone, then do that prime time, baby. Prime time. Woo. What a time, what a time. What a game, what a game. But man, all I gotta say is Travis Hunter for Heisman. I don't care nothing about all that other stuff. Travis Hunter for Heisman. Shadur for Heisman. That ethnic cat, Gentry. I'm gonna talk about him for just a moment. Cause this is the thing. They playing Nevada right now. Uh, and they talking about how this guy's on pace for breaking Ashton Gentry. Shout out to you, man. You doing your thing. You toting that rock. And yes, it does count. Every game, every yard, it count. It's gonna be in the record books. It is what it is. Yes, true. But who you doing this again, man? You play for Boise State. You play for Boise State, my boy. Let me look at who y'all play. Who y'all done played? Who you got left to play? You got Oregon State, Wyoming, nobody. San Jose State. They show up, they compete, but they ain't no UNLV, Hawaii, Washington State, Washington State, UNLV, and Oregon. You played Georgia Southern, Oregon, Portland State, Washington State, Utah State, Hawaii, UNLV, San Diego State, Nevada, San Jose State, Oregon State, and Boise. I mean, in Wyoming. It's impressive for what it is, but I'm like, who you doing it against? It ain't really that impressive for me, man. I'm just gonna say it. You couldn't do that against. I don't know if it'll be. I'm just gonna say this. I don't know if it would be what it is, how it is, the way it is, if it were in the SEC or the ACC. I'm just gonna keep it all the way funky, man. Cause that's what we're here to do. Provide our opinion, no matter how popular or unpopular it is. I don't think you would do it like that in the SEC. Call me a hater, call me what you want, but you know what? Shout out to you nonetheless, because you balling. You are balling. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But that's all for today. And like I said, it's just my opinion. And I'm entitled to my opinion. Just like you entitled to your opinion. I have my opinion. You have your opinion. We all have opinions. And that opinion just might be an unpopular opinion. And just like that, we back. It's the end of the day. And I ain't got much to say. As you can see, it is halftime, and the University of Alabama Tuscaloosa is up 21-6 on the Louisiana State University in Baton Rouge. 21-6. And I'm just gonna tell you like this. It's halftime, and the team that's in the lead is the team that will win. That's all I got to say about it. The Bayou Bengals look like Bayou Boo Boo. Look like Tiger Turds out here tonight. I ain't got much more to add. Nothing more to include. That's it. And that's all. It's out there wet, it's slapping, it's raining. It's Death Valley at night, y'all. Y'all supposed to go out here and make it hard for the other side, but no. And all I'm gonna do is run the ball. That's pretty much all they got to do. You know, they can do it with the quarterback and make it happen. But I've said too much. I already told you the outcome. So if you want to watch it, watch it. But if not, you know the outcome now. Yeah.